We are trained to deal with blood, with trauma, and with the immediate shock of death. But nothing in the manual tells you what to do when you arrive at a fresh accident scene and find a ghost. I've been a paramedic in a semi-rural county for about 12 years. You get used to the night shift eventually. The rhythm of the flashing lights, the static of the radio, the endless cups of lukewarm coffee. Most nights are routine. Intoxicated drivers, chest pains, slip and falls. But there is one call from about 4 years ago that I still can't explain. I've talked to police officers who were there, and they don't like discussing it either. It was a Sunday night just after a heavy thunderstorm. The roads were slick, reflecting the streetlights like black mirrors. We got a dispatch call at 11:42 p.m. A motorist had called 911, frantic. He reported seeing a dark red sedan lose control on a sharp bend, smash through the guardrail, and plummet down a steep embankment into the dense woods below. He said he saw the headlights beam through the trees before cutting out completely. We were close, maybe 3 minutes away. My partner, Sarah, was driving. She's one of the best. Calm under pressure, heavy foot on the gas, but never reckless. We arrived on the scene at 11:45 p.m. A police cruiser pulled up right behind us. The witness was there, standing by his car, shivering in the drizzle. He pointed down the ravine. It went down there. He kept saying, "I saw the lights. It happened fast. They have to be hurt." We geared up. The embankment was steep, covered in mud and thorns. The officers went down first with high-powered flashlights, and we followed with the trauma bags. The skid marks were visible on the road, fresh rubber on the asphalt, broken plastic from a taillight scattered near the edge. It was a confirmed crash. We scrambled down the slope, sliding in the mud. The smell of wet earth and pine was overpowering. About 50 feet down, the police officer's light hit metal. "I got a vehicle," he shouted up. "Red sedan, wrapped around a tree, it looks bad." Sarah and I rushed down. The car was a mess. The front end was accordion crushed against a massive oak. The roof was caved in. It looked like a high-speed impact. Adrenaline spiked. We went into rescue mode. I ran to the driver's side, trying to see through the shattered window, expecting to see a driver bleeding, maybe unconscious. I shined my light inside, and I froze. The air left my lungs. There was a body in the driver's seat, but it wasn't fresh. There was no blood. There was no fresh smell of gasoline or radiator fluid. The person strapped into the seat was decomposed, heavily decomposed. I recoiled, slipping in the mud. "Sarah, hold back," I said, my voice shaking. The police officer moved in, his beam cutting through the gloom. He looked inside and swore loudly. The skin was leathery, gray, and sunken against the bone. The clothes were faded and covered in a layer of dust and mold. Vines, actual plant growth, had started to creep in through the broken dashboard and weave around the passenger seat. This crash didn't happen 10 minutes ago. This crash happened months ago. We climbed back up the hill in silence. The witness was still there, waiting. "Are they okay?" he asked. "Why aren't you bringing them up?" The police officer asked the witness, "Sir, are you sure you saw the car go over tonight?" "Yes," the man insisted. "I saw the headlights. I saw the taillights spin out. I heard the crash. It was loud." We checked the engine of the wrecked car later. It was stone cold. The battery was dead. There was no way those headlights had been on. Here's the part that keeps me up at night. When the forensics team identified the body, it was a young man who had been reported missing 5 months earlier. He had vanished on his way home. His phone had pinged off a tower nearby and then went dead. But the skid marks on the road up top, the ones we saw when we arrived, they were fresh. The witness saw a crash. He saw lights. He heard the metal crunch. It was like the accident replayed itself, just so we would finally find him.